Just while I'm here, ABN AMRO or ABN, you can say. And as you can see, it's shattered glass. It's a big glass. Guess how much it is? Who knows? 10,000, maybe. Be able to charge you, something like that. Thick bulletproof. It's been broken for, been shattered like this now for about 2 years, 5 months, thereabouts. I have to go and check properly to find out, but definitely 2 years or more. More than 2 years, yeah. Well before the corona. Maybe an indication to let us know that something such as the corona was coming. If not specifically that, but really a monetary crisis, which is what eventually, along with other, nuanced issues, but it's one of the main. While the corona was engineered, or the idea of it. Of course, we can have diseases that are very destructive, as much as the Spanish flu, or what they call the Black Plague, the bubonic plague of Europe, which decimated Europe. And I'm not laughing about the essence of what it is. It's just that we haven't learned lessons. We haven't learned lessons in terms of our behavior. Okay, wash your hands, wear your masks, keep your distance, okay, be sanitary clean. Okay, what about those who wallow in feces? There's no pointing fingers in any particular subgroup that may call themselves any descriptive analogy they may use to call themselves. It's just anybody who wallows in feces, full stop. And we all know as children, no, don't play with feces. Who's even gonna go there? This poo is dirty. We all grew up knowing that. Kids know that. Mommy, I wanna go poo. Daddy, I wanna go poo. And everybody knows poo poo. So at what point, if somebody could please explain to me in my limited capacity, I'm 44 years old, but in my limited capacity, because they've tried to use all form of subversive tactics to really destroy me here, from the UK to here, but here try to really turn the screw in terms of the avenue and nuance which they use of so-called mental health. Yeah, obviously instigated by the British government. Let's make a separation from the people in the government. People are finally standing up, but we all know the dirt, the nastiness of poo, of the worst offense we knew. You can call somebody was to tell them to eat poo or call them a poo hole. And that was the worst offense. That was the worst, verbal you can ever come up with. It was disgusting. It was brutal. But yet now we all have, as they say, some say, "Oh, I ate good shit today." Man, when did that creep in? I don't want to use that, No, but you know what I mean. I just mean it was. No, I don't know what you mean. Shit is shit. Anyway, now, since when did it become normal to be wallowing in feces? And feces has 50 minimal E. coli dangerous to us, even though it is within us. It's in a separate tract, a separate, way. It's not supposed to mix with other parts that is being already excluded from. That is the point of it. And if you do that, then diseases, unfortunately, will, will just scatter, and there'll be a massive outbreak. And this is what's going on. 100%, if I would say, of diseases comes from that unsanitary way of, not understanding, not doing it correctly, doing it wrong, just totally ignoring it. Basically, all diseases comes from that, behavioral and that physical matter that we excrete, whether it's bird poo, whether it's animal poo, whether it's excretion from any of the various biological matters, but then creeps into a tract in our body or whatever that is not supposed to be. And of course, it would engineer and morph and cause any manner of diseases. And it is a history of all diseases, and maybe most of them, if not all. I really think scientists, we all know now, and psychiatrists and their doctors and their lawyers are all mouthpieces of the shaitan, A'udhu, so we all know they've all been lying to us, not giving us the full gist, are they? But anyway, we all know what we can see, what we do, what we all grew up around the world knowing. Everybody knows poo-poo, not to be meddled with. It's not food. So tell me, since when did poo-poo start to smell like spaghetti bolognese? Tell me, when did poo-poo start to smell like a four-course dinner? What's going on? Isn't that mentally ill? Isn't that really brutal and disgusting and vile? And yet society is just allowing it and pandering to it and just facilitating it. And these people are the ones who are now committing the worst crimes. Why shouldn't they? They're infected by poo-poo. The poo-poo's in their bloodstream. It's going through their brain where it's not supposed to be going. Rewiring it. Remember, this is that, this YouTube is not just how'd you say, a propagation of serious issues. It's also a satirical site in terms of I try to be funny. Okay, you may not find my jokes funny, some people may not, but that's what I try to do. And here too, let's just give you a quick look of a restaurant, Cafe de Bardi, where they remove the sockets that used to be there. You can still see the print where the socket used to be there. Yeah, they removed it. And people can use it. You can go in and charge up for €1. Well, after we use it a few times here, they just start mucking about. But anyway, the sign's missing. It says restore not. Rest or not. Cafe de Barley. Even they ain't got money to replace a couple cylindrical lights. How much they cost to replace? I don't know how long that's been there for, but it looks embarrassing. I know it's Corona times, but anyway. Let me go and show you one more piece while I'm here. I recorded it before, but I lost my previous phone with some information on that, so I'm gonna go and re-record this one. Well, yeah, you lot stop walling in poo-poo. It's not right. It's disgusting. It's vile. Poo. When did that really vile, debased, non-human behavior become normal and acceptable? So nobody in this society can say, "Oh, you're trying to point fingers and be discriminatory." Maybe before I really understood the fullness of our troubles, maybe could have misunderstood that, but still, it's quite evident and factual that the world has come to a stop because these people who have always been in position of influence and creeping with the disgusting laws and in position of making rules and regulations have totally just killed the world. Just destroyed it, just brought it to a ground halt. There's no fun. They've got all their money, but there's no fun in their life, real fun. Only manic, drug-induced stuff. But anyway, I'm walking towards where MacBike used to be. They moved out. Many people closed due to Corona, and they're being taken over by the bigger conglomerates who are now merging the finalization of the so-called New World Disorder, of the so-called New World Order, but it's really New World Disorder, shall I say. And that's a big school there, some college, rich kids college. There you go, come out to that MacBike place where we used to do pull-ups and push-ups and stuff like that, various people. I do it, I use it frequently. My issues with them, go and check out my videos. They're now gone. Let me just redo this bit again. These people complain. Apparently one person owns, or one person's family owns the Soul Square. Let them enjoy, mate. I don't see them enjoying. I don't feel them enjoying, mate. As you can see, there was a structure that was here, and it can only be done by the permission of the person who owns the building, obviously, eventually the big boss. Yeah, the structure is an overhang. As you can see, it was built in from the get-go of this building, structured inside. Look, there's even 3 sets of them there. So the structure it was holding was really massive, If you remember, if you look at that video, you see it. And they took it down to rent now. I was only using it for pull-ups coming over here, and also it stopped the rain. Yeah, it came out really this much, and you wouldn't have this puddle there, because that's what it done is, so it helps. It's not just me that was using it, but I think they done it to spite. Guess who? The ugliest man in the world. Yay! And this is it. But they took it down about 3 weeks ago. But I do pull-ups everywhere, because everywhere in town you got constructions sites. You can do pull-ups anyway. You can even go in the park, sometimes use the trees. Okay, may not be balanced when you're using a tree, so you do one side and rotate the other side. But you still manage. I mean, you can't just stop somebody from doing pull-ups by pulling that down. And there's also shelter for many people. These people are really sad in their minds, with all the money they think they've got, all the acquirements and the materialistics, gains that they think they have. It's nothing really. They just like that which they're wallowing. They feel like that which they're wallowing. Poo. They look like poo. Yeah? even though they're gleaming, smiling, exfoliating their skin to the bare minimum of his of his structure to the looks really translucent. And I don't mean racially now, I'm talking about all across the board. They all look the same, don't they? Yeah? With all this appearance of veneer of cleanliness and shining, but when you really look at them, it just looks fake because it doesn't feel real. It doesn't. Yeah, you can see they've been wallowing in something they shouldn't have. But anyway, this is part of the videos going through. Yeah, kids, mate, be normal. Don't trust the corrupted adults on the main who are disgusting, vile people who are trying to tell you that you got ADHD, you got BBB, here come to the psych and take, wow, they're trying to criminalize and even destroy kids from very young, from 7 years old, giving them all the nonsense. And this is what's going on in a way, but we're coming here to try to break it down. You know, yeah. And the most Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator of everything. And yeah, fear nothing. Because it's not the end. I mean, you have two lives, which we all know is logical, i.e. the physical one, which you're living in, and then the spirit one when you go to sleep. That's two. Okay? The spirit can never feel what it feels like to be pinched. It can never know what it feels like to be hit. You can never have known what it feels like to be, all the emotional variations in which we come here to experience. Somebody call you on the phone or whatever, I don't love you anymore, you break down or you cry, you feel bad. And there wasn't a physical punch there, was there? But it was an emotional one. So there you go. So we wouldn't have known that unless we came into this body as well to experience all that. So now that we've experienced all that, when the body ceases to exist, which is the physical one, now the other side takes over, the parasite of what we're living now, which is the spirit world. That when you go to sleep, but this time, one day you're gonna wake up dead. You will wake up dead. You will know you're there. And where we go and how we go depends on our mental and emotional well-being and the state of our departing from this world. Everybody knows that's logical, even though some people try to ignore that and run away from it. But they know it is. It's all within us. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Allahu Akbar.